A pleasure to meet y'all at last. And now, well, apparently in the distance right now, I just have myself some new lighting. And I actually hope that you like it very well, because now it's actually just a stationary light, while apparently my phone is going to double as a mobile camera. But for right now, I would just like to go over exactly what had been going down in my first month of working with Marcus Dieters. Because right now, it is April 4th, 2019, and as soon as March started rolling around, really, was the first time around that I had started working with Marcus Dieters. I started off first as a vendor, but then, as the month passed, I managed to progress up to where I am now. I first started around as a vendor for at least a week, but then eventually made my way up to an usher. And, of course, an usher was probably the longest position that I've had so far, and I can't really be sure that it is permanent, but, well, it shouldn't be, really, because I would insist on variety. But anyways, though, just earlier today, here on April 4th, was actually where I ended up having myself a new position with Shipment. And I can't really be sure, but I actually do like how, well, Shipment had gone down. And being that, well, today was my first day, and I would expect every other day of Shipment to go down very well, I sure as heck want to try to give myself in other positions a shot at least. Now, I probably should have said this before, though, but I just realized how certain social media posts have been making employers feel obligated to terminate certain workers out there, no matter how the experience, no matter how the loyalty, no matter how any kind of attribute that applies to each of these workers goes down. But, of course, my content is indeed made for all ages, and if Marcus Dieters does actually feel like going over any of my social media activity, then, well, they can. I do have my YouTube channel, 2 Twitter accounts, and 1 Instagram account. The Instagram account is Kaiju Force Neo. The YouTube channel and one of my Twitter accounts are also Kaiju Force Neo. And the second Twitter account I have is KFN 2.0. The main purpose of KFN 2.0 is to act as a backup account in case my first account, Kaiju Force Neo, goes under some serious fire. And although I have explained quite some time ago as to how Kaiju Force Neo, that Twitter account, had not been under any fire from Twitter itself lately, I still have some paranoia in regards to how anything is possible, really. And Twitter could do whatever it takes to bring my account down once and for all, really. It's practically been an ongoing war between me and Twitter within the last 2 to 3 years about, ever since that incident occurred where 2 hackers tried to take my account offline permanently by getting my account suspended for one. And then eventually I just got back at them, explaining to Twitter how those 2 hackers out there were the ones responsible for trying to get my account shut down in the first place. And, well, of course they've been out of mind since, well, the 3rd quarter of 2016, but yet I still feel some paranoia that, well, there's probably some revenge acts that could be in motion. And now, up until today, I do still feel a little bit more sociable about how well my Twitter had gone through. But again, to Marcus Dieters Corporation out there, if any of you were to see a video like this as to how well my work with Marcus Dieters itself is going down, then, well, you can feel obligated and feel free to check out any videos in regards to how my work with the corporation and the company itself goes down. And I'd also feel more than obligated to share this video with anybody as much as possible, because of course I like to be honest about myself in every way. I do in fact tend to aim to become the most honest man in the known universe. And it will take a lot of time for me to do that if I am actually going to have that become my #1 goal in life. But until then, I guess I can just keep on training myself to being honest as much as possible. And also, Marcus Theaters Corporation out there, I would also encourage anybody out there who works for Marcus Theaters Corporation as well to check out any of my other content, because of course I do like to be entertained in many varieties around here, in many different categories and in multiple aspects as much as possible. I do like to entertain in any way that I can. But there's no need to worry, really, because any video of mine that you see in there is not at all plagued with something that would very much discredit my ability to become as honest as possible. There's no videos that would discredit me in the eyes of the law. There's no videos or any kind of content in any way that would affect anybody's social beat, including lies, harassment, any of the type, really. There's basically no content at all that has any association with any negative aspects of life at all, because of course I always do try my best to just keep myself safe as possible in real life or on the internet. I wouldn't at all try to use the internet as just a way to just go all out at someone, or in which case of which that it would involve a lot that would have something to do with one particular subject at which cost. But now, of course, if anybody in the particular Marcus Theaters Corporation building that I am working at currently tends to be watching something like this, then, well, just know that, well, I probably would normally not do something like this, but of course, like I said earlier, I do like to be honest about myself in every way possible. And so, any of my co-workers from the particular Marcus Theaters Corporation theater that I work at, they're all watching this, in fact. Any co-workers of mine that are watching this, anybody who's gone there are watching this, based on the fact that, well, as the title of this video implies, how I'm discussing how my first month at work there goes, and how well it has gone, then, well, don't try to feel so obligated or feel discouraged as to how, well, normally people would want to stay off social media, but for me, really, of course, it's just about the honesty. I do like to give myself credit to try to be the one around that has more than enough experience as to try to explain to anybody around here how my time at work goes. And so from here on out, I would hope that you enjoy my content whenever possible, and if you do come across my content, especially this video where it does apply to, well, talking about my own workplace in general, then, well, just don't try to feel like I'm just creating a negative influence on you, because I'm really just trying not to upload videos as a way to disregard my own job. I'm more likely uploading videos talking about my own workplace to show how much I'm appreciated about the kind of work I'm doing, really. And so I feel like that we can just go ahead and leave it at that for the time being. And then, well, if you do come across this video and want to try to have a talk with me, then, well, just send me the word, and then, well, I guess we can have a talk about it. But I guess for right now, I feel like that should be just about enough that I'd want to try to talk about based on my job experience for 1 month's worth of work I've had already in Marcus Theaters. And so, I feel like that's enough for right now. Based on the kind of vlogging here that I do, I don't normally do vlogging that's just more than a typical length of a certain vlog that only covers a few basic subjects in life that I'm currently encountering each day. And I still do feel a bit encouraged to try to keep going out with this, but I guess I wouldn't want to do a ton of vlogs that relates to my own workplace, and so I'll just leave it at that. If you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.